Now, calling upon our next speaker, Master Parth Dahekar from the Department of Computer Engineering, who finds peace where the rivers flow, yet walks on the path where algorithms grow. Since childhood, Parth has been curious about coding and making science projects, which ignited his passion for innovation. Inspired by the fierce boxer Mike Tyson, he stepped into boxing and made his mark as the state-level boxer. He was also an athlete who has won more than 20 medals in athletics. Winning his first race was an everlasting memory from his childhood. The cheers and claps filled him with an undefinable feeling he has never felt before. Beyond this, he has a deep love for hip-hop music and is a budding guitarist blending rhythm and melody in his own unique style. He likes fusing the man-made melody with nature's harmony. From paws to feathers, he is a companion of 5 distinct pets. His love for animal goes beyond his own pet, showing care for every creature in need. Parth believes in originality. He finds happiness in simple joys of nature, embracing the elegance of great outdoors, and dazzled by the mysteries of human mind. Parth has keen interest in reading books of psychology. He doesn't believe in failures. Rather, he holds a belief that you only fail when you don't try. Each setback for him is like a stepping stone, each one fueling his never-ending quest for growth. So ladies and gentlemen, get ready to be amazed as we welcome Master Parth Dahekar to the stage with the topic Courage at the Crossroads.
Everyone, take a second and think about where you are sitting right now. Some people are in the front, some at the back, and others near the aisle. You could have sat anywhere, but you picked that spot. Do you realize what you did right there? You made a choice, or someone else made it for you. So today, let's talk about choices. The choices we all make, like checking Instagram before brushing, to choosing a career just because it sounded safe. These choices don't feel like a big deal in the moment, but when we look back, they are the ones that shape who we actually become. Now, do you remember this warrior who played a crucial role in helping India win the 2011 World Cup? Yes. Can you tell me his name? Yes, it is Yuvraj Singh, who was battling cancer and vomiting blood before the World Cup. He had 2 choices: walk away to save himself or make India's dream of winning the World Cup a reality, and he chose this. जवान गोली खा सकते हैं तो हम क्यों नहीं खेल सकते खून की उल्टियों के साथ? He went on to score 362 runs and took 15 wickets, making him the man of the tournament. That's the impact of making the right choice. Similarly, what if I gave you 2 choices? I have 2 pills. The first is the red pill, which offers truth, awareness, and adaptability. And the second is the blue pill, which offers illusion, comfort, and stability. So, what would you choose? But before you do that, I will tell you a story of someone who took the red pill. Meet Neo, who is a very curious kid with an always messy room. He lives in a world called Matrix. It is different from ours because in our world, we are told that curiosity is our strength. But Neo, he lives in a world called Matrix. Now this world called Matrix is built by AI and machines to trap people, not with walls, but with rules. It is a system that kills your curiosity and makes you follow the same path as everyone else without asking why. And that's what happened to Neo. As Neo grew up, the Matrix destroyed Neo's curiosity and he ended up in an office doing the same boring work every day. He sat on his desk, tired of the same routine, and he was about to give up. But then suddenly, a man in a long coat appears. That man was Morpheus, a guide to those who seek to break the matrix. Morpheus says, Neo, you feel lost because this isn't the real you. It is a version that the matrix created. Think about it. Just like Neo, we filter ourselves so often for others that we often forget what we truly feel like. Now, we all know that one friend who looks like a movie star on Instagram but is unemployed in real life. You can see it everywhere. There are filters on photos, smart sounding bios, and people acting confident just to blend in. We create an online version of ourselves to look cool or successful, but that version isn't always real. And while we are busy creating that image for others, someone else is quietly taking that chance to shape what we see, think, and click next. Let me show you a demo. Now in this ad, hunger turned Mahendra Singh into Mahendra Bahubali. But here, did MS Dhoni only sell us a chocolate or did he do something else too? He grabbed our attention. And that's what the companies are really after. They spend crores of rupees just to get the right celebrity, the right color and the right moment. Because grabbing your attention isn't a lucky guess. It is the entire plan. Statistics say that you spend over 2.5 hours a day on social media, which makes 38 full days in a year. That is more than a month of your life spent scrolling. Isn't it bizarre? Now imagine, instead of scrolling, if all that time went into building something real. Coming to our story, Morpheus takes Neo to a lab where humans and AI are working together, writing code, designing tools, and solving problems. The technology here is acting like a helping hand that never gets tired. This reminds me of Alfred from Batman, the loyal butler who could do anything. Now imagine having your own Alfred, who is more cute and on wheels.
Hi, Polly. Bring home your new companion, Polly.
Meet Polly, Samsung's AI butler. It wakes you up, plays your favorite music, and even takes care of your pet like a true companion. Now imagine, if technology can already manage our routine here on Earth, it can do the same for astronauts beyond our planet too. Now, in this meme, we can see Elon Musk is set to colonize Mars like a modern-day Columbus. Thanks to the James Webb Telescope that we have discovered new habitable planets like Kepler 442 and Proxima Centauri b. We can now imagine having Uber service between these planets or farming on that alien soil. We are not just exploring space anymore. We are building a future where humans actually live there. So, the red pill looks promising, right? Because it pushes us to grow and invites us to question. But not everyone makes this choice. So now, let us meet someone who chose the blue pill, the pill of illusion and comfort. It was Cypher. Cypher once followed Morpheus, but now he was tired of adapting. He says, why keep changing when following the past is easier? Just like Cypher, many people still choose comfort over change. But the future of work is already shifting. Think about it. There are now digital detox consultants, virtual reality designers, and personal brand architects. Roles that might sound fictional are now full-time careers, and they are shaping how we think about the real world. What if I told you there are full-time meme strategists? Yes, someone who studies internet trends to help brands like Netflix connect better with people. These jobs aren't futuristic, they are happening right now. So maybe today it isn't just about landing a job, but about staying curious enough to grow with what comes next. The blue pill that Cypher took tells us to follow the system blindly, but the red pill, it sparks curiosity. And education is finally heading that way. Today, it isn't just about clearing exams, but about solving problems of the real world. Imagine pitching your business ideas to billionaires, not at a startup contest, but as a part of your curriculum. Doesn't sound real, right? But that is routine at the Masters Union. You can imagine sitting in boardrooms instead of classrooms, having extra classes with billionaires, and building your own startup even before you graduate. You won't just study business, you will also live it. Now in our story too, Neo is not just learning the system, he is learning to break it. And he is not doing it alone. The Matrix made Cypher believe that he had to face the change alone. But Neo knows that that's how the system wins, by dividing us. So he turns back and offers his hand to make sure no one is left behind. True leaders don't chase attention, they earn trust through action. Now look, this is how the British left India. A land divided in 565 different princely states and 9 provinces. To make India look as we see it today, the efforts of one visionary leader were of utmost importance. He was none other than Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel, to perform this humongous task of unifying these divided pieces of land into one single country. Sardar Patel proved that true leadership is earned through having real impact on the lives of people. In our story too, Cypher, once stuck in comfort and fear, found the courage to change, not through force, but through Neo's patience and empathy. Now that we have talked about leadership, let's talk about what we are actually leading towards, because nobody wants to climb the wrong ladder. Now in this photo, we can see Great Khali, a very powerful wrestler, is wearing a pink dress, trying so hard to look like a princess, but he is clearly out of place. We may laugh at him, but we also do the same. We spend so much time chasing success that looks good to others that we often forget what we truly feel like. But Arunima Sinha did ask why. She was pushed out of a moving train by a train robber and lost her one leg. Most people would have stopped there, but she didn't. She decided to climb the highest mountain in the world with a prosthetic leg. Everyone told her it's impossible, but all it took was one leg and 0 excuses, and she redefined success step by step. Now, the story of Arunima Sinha is so inspiring, right? That's what good stories can do. They are more than just a bunch of words because they make us feel things. Now, do you wonder that while you remember the full plot of a movie you watched years ago, or a story your grandma told you once, you remember those because they have an impact. Stories stick because they make us feel. That's why brands use them, leaders use them, and we use them without even realizing it. Speaking of stories reminds me of a song from my favorite rapper that goes like, एडिट करके तूने इमेज मेरा मीम बना दिया, मेहनत करके तेरे भाई ने पूरा ड्रीम बना दिया. Can you guess this rapper's name? Yes, it is Divine, who has turned his struggle into music. His verses are not just lyrics, they are lived experiences told with honesty and fire. His story stays with us because it is told with honesty and truth. But there are some stories that are fake and still fool millions. Let me show you one.
आने वाले समय में संस्कृत को कोडिंग लैंग्वेज बनाने वाले हैं.
अभी तक नहीं बना. ये किसने बोला कि कोडिंग लैंग्वेज बनाने वाला है?
क्यों नहीं कोडिंग ही है. संस्कृत तो कोड है ना.
अभी जितने भी इंजीनियर्स कर रहे हैं वो संस्कृत में नहीं कर रहे.
सब सीखेंगे दीदी, सब एक के बाद एक सब आएगा.
नासा में तो कर चुके हैं.
Now in this viral video, the lady says that NASA uses Sanskrit for coding with so much confidence that we think it's true. But something feels weird. We watch it again and think, wait, is this right? That 1 second of doubt actually matters because it can save you from days of being wrong. Thinking critically has always been a powerful tool. From philosophers like Socrates questioning the leaders of his time, Galileo challenging superstitions, to Nelson Mandela who stood up to fight inequality. Each of them asked the hard questions and changed the world because of it. Now in our story too, Neo did the same when he took the red pill. But then he also became a threat. And that's when the Matrix sent the villain of our story, Agent Smith. Now, Smith isn't a robot with high-tech weapons. His weapons are words. He tells Neo, Neo, you don't look like a hero. How can an ordinary boy like you defeat the Matrix? Now, in every story, the hero gets attacked with these labels based on its height, color, or gender. This instantly reminds me of a man, Muhammad Ali, a boxing world champion who refused to stay silent about racism in America. With every punch, he broke all the labels that black men can't succeed, or politicians or athletes shouldn't talk about politics. But not everyone can break these barriers easily. In our story too, Neo gets shaken. His mind feels heavy, with Smith's words keep ringing in his head. If your mind isn't yours, the Matrix already won. Just like Neo, who fights battles no one else can see, so do you. Sometimes it is you versus an 8 AM lecture on 3 pending assignments and 4 hours of sleep. So much pressure and you still need to show. But mental health isn't about breaking down. It's about staying tuned, it's about staying steady, staying aware and keep moving forward. Now finally, Neo stands in front of Smith with confidence and he says, I was lost, I was afraid, but now I understand. Defeating the Matrix wasn't about fighting in the outside world, but it was taking back control of my own thoughts. As Neo gets self-aware, Smith slowly begins to disappear and the Matrix breaks. Neo stands tall as the Matrix breaks around him. His journey was never about fighting an enemy outside, but understanding the one within. After everything we've seen, we realize that the red pill was never just a choice. It was a wake-up call to grow and choose your own path even if it's hard. So, are you ready to take the red pill?
Yes.
Yes, and that's what we are going to do. Because fate is the story written for you. Choice is when you pick up the pen and rewrite the ending yourself.